Hello everybody, how is it going? Today we are going to look at problems, solutions, and advice about the situation. I did that before and I love to do that because it was really practical, and I don't know why. The energies that I had at that reading, it was amazing. So I decided to do another one. Let me prepare your cards and then I will come back. Now, what I have right now in front of me, the problem and the solution. And when we are talking about the advice part, I am going to put my shamanic healing oracle card on the top of everything else. If I have any kind of a need of reading one more card, I am going to pull up one more card from the deck that I am using right now. So I am going to give you a little time I'm going to put the numbers, don't worry about it, but this is number 1, number 2, and number 3, and I will start from this one. Okay, hello number 1, how is it going? I hope everything is fine, but for argument's sake, if it is not fine, let's see what is the problem. Problem is anxiety, my friend. Problem is what is going to happen tomorrow kind of a feeling. It doesn't have to be like that, of course. I mean, anxiety is not always about like, oh my god, what am I going to do? Sometimes it is about like some things that have happened before and now you have to face the consequences, of maybe some things that have happened without your expectations, or something have happened that you did not get any kind of an inclusion, but all of a sudden you are expected to solve the problem. Some people were just like running wild and you supposed to be the one who is fixing the situation. Those kind of things can actually happen. It could be about that. Nine of Swords is always talking about, you're losing sleep over something. Don't forget that. And for a reason, I see in your reading that as well. Maybe you cannot sleep well. Maybe you have like a little bit of trouble when you're resting, you are having nightmares maybe. If you are having the similar nightmare over and over, if you're having, the same thing over and over, it could be the problem as well. Something is bothering your mind, something is off, and maybe you don't know what you can do about it. Whatever that is giving you this anxiety, it is taking some time. And for argument's sake, any reason, I don't know why, I don't know if you had battled with anxiety before, but if you are just like dealing with those kind of things, that now you know that anxiety can take a lot of time and effort, and when you are thinking about the things and what is going to happen next, you might actually lose some time and power, and emotionally you might actually feel imbalanced. And when you're like not at the right position in your mind, you can make really wrong decisions as well. So the problem could be anything, don't get me wrong. It could be about like the smallest thing to the biggest thing. I don't know what it could be about. It could be about work, it could be about love, it could be about family, it could be about money. The problem is not that. Problem is how you are perceiving things. The problem is what you are feeling at this specific moment. The problem is that you are losing your sleep over it. Sometimes it is difficult to differentiate those kind of things. We always focus on, okay, the money is the problem or the family is the problem. No, it's not actually that. It is what they are making you feel. What they're making you feel. And now whatever they're making you feel is not really that healthy, and it is making you lose some sleep. Actually, you know what? I'm going to open more cards for that to see what it could be about, okay? And then I'm going to open the solution. Okay. The fear of not getting what you put out, the fear of like not getting any kind of a recognition, not getting like your results. Maybe you are working a little bit too much. When you are working too much and when you're focusing on one specific thing for too much, it can actually create a backlash in the mind. It could create like negativity in the mind. Do you know how does it feel like? Let me tell you, if you ever had anything like that before in your life, you're going to understand what I'm saying. You study so hard for an exam, and you are so sure about that, and you are just progressing quite well, and you know what is going to happen. But when the time comes, when the exam is going to happen in a month, all of a sudden you start to have this anxiety, like you don't know anything and you are too late for everything. You cannot fix this situation, and you're going to lose a lot of things at the exam. You're not going to get the results that you are asking for. But actually, it is not the reality. It is just the anxiety that you're having because the time is ticking and you know the exam is going to happen soon and you don't know what is going to happen. But you have the feeling of like maybe something is going to happen in a bad way and you will lose a lot of effort for nothing. It is exactly how it feels like. This is exactly what it seems like. It doesn't have to be about an exam, by the way. It was just like the example, but the feeling of it is like similar. You put so much effort and you don't know if you are going to receive all the good results. But you will, because you put so much effort and you put so much time and everything else. So the anxiety might be a little delusional. Anxieties sometimes do that. Sometimes anxiety can be really eye-opening. It could be like, hold on, there's something off, I have to be careful, and you take it seriously and actually something is off. But sometimes anxieties are just like really unhealthy thought system that based upon not like inner voice, but it is like imposed on us because of the situation that is going on around us. You know, it is not like the inner voice that we are having. Anxiety and inner voice is different things. And your healthy thought system is going to tell you if something is off, but anxiety is something about off. You know, it is not the normal thing. Anxiety is not normal, in a long term at least. Let's see the solution. Okay, get it. I get it. Solution is forgetting about what happened in the past. Like, you expect to fail. Like, why do you expect to fail? You will not going to fail. You will not going to fail. So the solution is you have to stop expectation of the failure. When you stop expecting the bad thing to happen and when you focus on the nice things, I know it is difficult to do that. And if you are so sure that you are not going to receive the results of your hard effort, then why you are putting your hard work in it? You have to trust yourself. You have to believe in yourself. For a second, expectation of a failure is not going to happen just because you feel like it. The failure is going to happen when you don't do the job, when you don't do the thing, when you don't put enough of the effort. Expectations and the anxieties are not having any kind of a control over the results of the situation most of the time. I'm going to put one more card to see what it could be about. Like, solution just shouldn't be about like just stop doing that. You know, it shouldn't be about that. But the expectation of a failure is like, it should go. It should definitely go. Okay. You know, it is talking about trusting yourself a little bit more and relying on your own resources more than the other people. If you're expecting something from other person, or you know, some other people, I don't know what kind of things that you're expecting, you should just rely on your own resources. If you're expecting any kind of a money from your parents, for example, stop doing that and find your own money. I have a feeling that I don't have to tell you like what you should do to create your own resources. I think you're on the way to do that. But the expectation from the others and, you know, expectations from the situations is going to create this limitation in your mind. So just stop doing that. For example, if you are applying for just like one single school and you are not applying for anything else, or if you're just like specifically focused on, okay, I'm going to study this thing and I'm never going to study anything else, this is a limitation in your mind. It is not real. It is just like what you're doing to yourself. There's nothing else but the limitations. Because you don't want to do anything else and you're not having an open mind, this is not really healthy. If you want to have something, you can have like different options. Having different options is not like, okay, if it doesn't happen, then I will do something else, kind of a relief. It is not like an insult to your expectation in life. You can ask for one thing and you can have more than one way to go to that thing. And you have to explore, you have to understand what you can do at this specific moment. And also you can understand what you can do in the future without putting yourself in a position of like you cannot have anything else if it doesn't happen. Nothing good is going to ever happen. No, don't do that to yourself. You can have whatever you would like to have in a normal time with different ways. You have to open yourself into that idea so you can have something better. That is the solution. But let's see the advice, okay? Let's see the advice of the situation. I'm using my Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. Oh, that was fast. Oh, it is talking about anger. It is talking about anger. All right. You have to understand that you are the one who's creating some kind of boundaries over you. Like, you shouldn't just like put yourself in a position of like, the only feeling shouldn't be about like anger. The only situation shouldn't be about like losing yourself in the shadow work. The situation that you have to put yourself in is exploration and understanding and healing. And if you keep this anger, and if you keep this like expectation of the failure, if you just feel like no one is helping you, or you are not going to get what you want because people are just playing some kind of games, it is not really that healthy. So you have to open yourself into a really new kind of a journey. And this journey should be established with the empowerment and the balance, healing and the release, and the transformation. You have to open yourself to that. You have to open yourself to the guidance, maybe a little bit more. Just don't lose yourself with the negativity in your mind, or the expectations, or the the situations, the circumstances. Don't fool yourself. Just don't lose yourself into the situation in your life, in your mind, or the circumstances. I don't know what it is that you are seeing that it is not paying off at this specific moment, but you can actually surround yourself with different kind of ways that is going to pay off wonderfully. You have the potential, but you cannot see it because of the anger. And anger can be really powerful energy, and it could actually limit you to think otherwise. So don't do that. This is what exactly the cards are saying, and that is what I saw for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, number 2. How is it going? I hope everything is fine. Today we are going to look at the problem, solution, and advice. This is the problem and this is the solution, but I'm going to put more cards, I have a feeling, because I did at the first reading, and I think I'm going to do that again. The problem is Page of Swords. I have a feeling what it could be about. Do you feel like your talents are not really being seen? Or do you feel like you cannot actually focus on the talents that you are having? Do you feel like you're surrounded with the things that you are not actually interested with, but you have to just put your time and effort because it is expected from you? Do you feel that you have to earn your money from the ways that you are not actually interested with? Do you feel that a lot of responsibilities are over your shoulder and you don't know what to do because you think that you are not really that strong enough yet, or maybe you don't know what is going to happen next? Do you feel that people are taking advantage of you? Do you feel like people see the potential in you, but they're taking advantage of you? You're the one who is coming up with the idea and someone else is just stealing and growing their audience, for example. Do you feel like that? People are seeing, people are recognizing what you have, and you have all the potential. But for a reason, you're not the one who is getting the results, but someone else is getting the results. I would like to see what it could be about. I did not like this energy at all. Someone is abusing some kind of a situation. It could be about the friendship as well, You are the one who is doing all the emotional labor. You are the one who is trying your chances. You're the one who is just like giving the priority to the other person, but the other person is just like taking it so granted. It could be about that too. Like a mental game that is being played. The mental game that is being played, and I don't like it. This is about the correspondence that you're having with someone. It could be about that. Something should pay off. It is not paying off because of there is kind of a negativity going on in the mindset and also with the communication. 2 cards are talking about communication. 2 cards are talking about like solution even. And I think it happened at the first problem, solution, and advice reading as well. The 8 of Wands was in the problem segment. Those 2 are talking about like there's a situation that you have to understand that there is a need of curiosity and analytical mindset. Someone is taking advantage of your naivety, maybe. You are just like, for example, there's a friendship going on and you feel like this person is your best friend and this person can never wrong you, and all of a sudden something happens, something bad happens, and this person is not there for you. And actually maybe that person is the reason why you're having that problem. And you have to see the things with like an objective mind. You have to gather information and you have to think critically and then communicate with this person effectively so you can have something in your life. But when it comes to thinking, when it comes to understanding like what this person is doing, maybe you have some kind of an understanding, you know what is going on, but the conversations are not happening and you're keeping things inside, and passive aggressive movement is just like rising, and you shouldn't just like focus on that. Those two cards are just like speaking about you should talk about it, and we didn't even look at the solutions. But if you're having any kind of a problem that is like requiring a swift action, you have to keep an open mind when it comes to conversation. The things are not just about like breaking the hell loose. It is not about like having a fight. It is not, all conversations are not about like having a fight. All the debates are not about like a negative thing. If you talk about the situation, you can have really good solutions. You don't have to lose a friendship. You don't have to start over. You don't have to leave everything behind and move on. I mean, you can, and probably you should. I don't know. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying. But it doesn't mean that you can have like a pragmatic approach and things can go better. You see the star. Keep faith and understand the situation. The problem is going to be resolved sooner than you think. So what you can do about the situation? Let's talk about that. You can keep your faith up. You can understand your own needs. You can focus on yourself for a second. And actually, you know what? You have to understand your own value a little bit more. You are more than that. I don't know what it is, but you're more than that. You can do so much better. You can have so much better. If you're having like one friend and no one is talking to you and you feel like you are isolated and no one is talking to you because nobody likes you, this is not a real thought. It is just anxiety talking. And you should just understand your own real value. You have to understand like what is going on. I'm going to put one more card to see about the solution. You see, you can have better. You can have better. And underneath there is death. So what I can say that whatever that is not giving you the happiness that you are expecting, you can have better. You can change the course. You can go somewhere else. You can choose for better. If you don't, it is talking about like you don't have to stuck in a position. How intriguing. It was like similar message at the first reading as well. You don't have to stuck in a similar position. You don't have to stuck in one option. You don't have just like one option. You have more than one option. And if you are just like keeping this analytical mindset, you can see what is happening and you can actually choose like a pragmatic solutions for yourself. So you have to keep an open mind when it comes to focusing on your problems, and whatever that is giving you this negativity, you can actually solve it. And you can be really positive about it without, breaking any hearts or anything like that. But you have to understand like what is going on. You have to understand your own true value. You shouldn't just expect from the other person maybe. It doesn't have to be about the person, but that's what I felt at the beginning. I don't know why. If someone is not giving the credit that you deserve, there are so many ways to take it, and it doesn't have to be about fighting. It doesn't have to be about like, okay, I'm going to fight this person, I'm going to get what I deserve. No, it doesn't have to be like that. Let's see the advice card from the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. Teaching. You had the teaching card. It's about the guidance and wisdom and sharing the information. And those are also talking about the information and communication. Learning and education. You have more than the other person, I guess. You should just focus on what you can do with your own life and your own expectations in the life, without having this kind of a thought of like what we can do together, you have to focus on what you can do by yourself. And also it is about like inner guidance and self-awareness. Again, you have to understand your own self-worth. You have to see what kind of a person you are. You have to listen your inner voice. You have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your higher self as a source of teaching and guidance. This is exactly the meaning of the card. You have to focus on your own self so you can have a better understanding in life, and then you can actually move on with the other people for the change, for a better change. I see someone who is choosing for themselves and choosing for the better. This is a really good kind of a solution actually. You are going to do something incredibly nice for yourself, and everybody is going to see that, okay, now we have to give the credit to this person, you know. No one is going to be like stealing from you. No one is just like seeing your talent but not acknowledging your talent. You know, it could be about like family, child dynamic as well. You would like to, I don't know, like sing, and your parents doesn't want you to sing because they cannot see the value of it. But when you are just like receiving some amount of like success, for example, from the social media, they're going to understand how important it could be and how many people that you can actually address, and they're going to support you after that. You have to trust yourself, and you have to focus on your own self-worth, and you have to have it for yourself so other people can actually see that. So the first thing that you have to do is trusting yourself, focusing on your own talent and learning and growing, and then choosing for better. And then people are going to see, and they cannot refuse to see you. That's what I saw for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, number 3. How is it going? I hope everything is fine. The room seems a little too dark. I'm sorry. I hope it is better. Let's see your problem. What it could be about. It could be about a parent. It could be about like an authority figure. It could be about someone who's just giving you the problems over and over. You know, King of Swords is a professional, but it could be a bully as well. Sometimes it could be about like a bully. But the bullies that we are always seeing from the TV or whatever, it is always like someone else that is like bothering us from like work or bothering us from school, but no one is talking about the bullies at home. Do you have someone nearby that is being really weird, unnecessarily manipulative and difficult? Someone is practicing their power over you for the sake of ego. Someone is taking advantage of your situation because you cannot say no. I did not like this person, I'm not going to lie. Because this person is not really a good kind of a person. This person has the ill intentions. At the first 2 readings, I was just like focusing from the perspective of the person who chose to see these things. You know, you have to do this, and maybe you're having this inner problems, and maybe it is why you are having, you know, the results of it. But yours is like from outer perspective. I don't know why, but your problem is someone else. Honestly, it is like it is not you, it is them. You know, someone is not really that great towards you. It could be a lover, it could be a father, it could be a mother. Someone possibly have an age gap. This person is thinking that you are going to do whatever they would like you to do. Someone is taking an advantage of a situation because you cannot say no, because you don't know how to say no, maybe because you don't want to say no, because you want similar things, but this person is taking advantage of the situation. Okay, I did not like it. Let's see what the other card is going to say about it. This is just like a clarifier. Let's see what it could be about. What this person is doing. Why this person is in your life. Or why it is creating any kind of a problem. Let's see. Okay. The World card is talking about like achievements, acknowledgements, establishments. I don't know, advancements, anything that is coming to a conclusion. You have something and that person doesn't have it. Or maybe you will going to have something and this person doesn't have it. You have the potential, but not only the potential, you have the results. You already have like actual results of a situation. And that person is actually, that person feels, do you know how this person feels? I don't have to have it, Number 3 is having this already. I don't have to have it. I can actually use it from them. I did not like it. I did not like the feeling of it. This person is taking advantage of whatever you're having. I don't like it. Why this person feels like no matter what happens, you are going to provide for them? Why this person is just like, number 3 is going to solve the problem for me? Why this person thinks that you are at their expense? Why this person feels like you are going to have every kind of a solution for this person? This person is emotionally incapable of creating really good kind of conversation. And this person feels you owe them. This person feels you owe them things and you are not. Actually, they owe you. But they make you feel like you owe them. But it is not the reality. Sometimes parents are doing that to their children. I gave you everything and you didn't give me the love that I wanted. It is not the reality, of course. Everybody loves their parents and everyone is trying to have really nice kind of a relationship with their parents and whatever. But you feel like you are surrounded with the negativity of the other people, possibly. If it is not like a parental issue, you feel like people are taking advantage of you at the moment that you feel the most successful. Maybe that is why you are having all the nice things, the success, recognition, money, I don't know, whatever you're having, but the other person is thinking, okay, that person is already going to help me on that. Someone is taking you for guaranteed. Someone is thinking that you're at their pocket no matter what happens. And it should stop. It should stop. Okay, Ace of Swords is talking about like a new beginning and new possibilities, mostly because of the excellence in the mind. Good ideas are coming to the way, the things are changing, and these changes are coming from inside out. You will have something better for yourself, and it is going to show itself with the way of a new kind of a thinking, new kind of a mindset. You're going to reset yourself. You're going to reset the situation. The solution of this problem is resetting. You're going to find a new result because you're focusing on the new things, new ideas, new opportunities, new beginnings. And in this new beginning, something is ending and you're starting something new. Other people are not going to be included. You have to have your own thing, You have to create your own thing so they cannot actually get in. You know what it could be about? You can move into a town that nobody that you know is living, so no one can actually visit you, for example. Or you can have a job that no one understands but you. It could happen as well. No one understands what you do. It could be about like you are doing the things that they don't understand or they don't enjoy. Don't include them. Do not include them. That is the message. That is the message. But let's see another one. Let's see another one. Why not? King of Cups is, and also Eight of Cups underneath the deck. King of Cups is talking about emotional stability and emotional balance. You're going to feel responsible for your own needs and your own feelings, but no one else's. It might require a little bit of therapy. You might actually seek for help, seek for guidance from the people who actually understand those kind of manipulative tactics. And it means therapy, let's be honest. Those two are talking about therapy. You're going to understand your own mind, you're going to understand your own emotions, and you're going to understand your own needs. With that kind of an understanding, you are going to focus on what you can do for yourself first, and then maybe for the others. And you're going to start this new mindset for having the balance in your life. With that kind of a solution, you're going to get rid of the negativity of the others, and you're going to actually have the priority of yourself, which is great, by the way. I love the reading. It started really negative, I'm not going to lie, but it ended perfectly. I love that thing. Now let's look at the advice from the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. Let's see what this deck is going to say about the situation. Divine timing. Okay, do you know what it says? Divine timing is not always like, oh my God, all of a sudden God appeared at the clouds and all of a sudden said, okay, this is your time. It is not always about that. It's sometimes divine timing is about like what you are choosing for yourself. You're going to choose for yourself. You're going to understand from your own perspective. You're going to be the one who's choosing the ending of the situation. You're the one who's choosing, okay, it's enough. I'm done with this thing. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to let this person take advantage of me anymore. You are the one who is going to choose the ending. You will choose the time of the ending of this situation. And it is time. It is time. And you know that. You will see the perfect timing of like synchronicities. Okay? Things are happening in a way that it is like a message to you. You're going to say, okay, that is weird. It wasn't happening yesterday. Now everything is happening at the same time. It is like the perfect timing, the concept of the perfect timing. The alignment with the world and you will have the solution. You have to align yourself with the universe. You have to align yourself with the serendipity and the synchronicities. The flow, the harmony. There's going to be a state of flow in your life. And you have to trust that. You have to trust that things can actually change. It is not like nothing is happening and you have to find a way for yourself. It is more like you're going to see that there's going to be a flow and you're going to understand, okay, this is the time. This is the time I'm cutting the cords and I'm going away. This is the time that I'm changing things. This is the time I'm starting new thing. There's going to be flow and you have to see that. To see that, you have to be in emotional balance. You know, it is a little bit more like you have to understand, like you have to keep a little bit of like emotional balance so you can see the flow that is happening in your life, so you can actually cut the cord. And you will have the power to do that. Mentally, you are going to be so strong and the things are going to pay off wonderfully. You will keep this like power in you emotionally and physically even. And then you're going to go away or you're going to do something else and you're going to have your own way. This is about having your own way. Not someone else's way, but yours. And you will have it. That's what I saw for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye!